And then there are the cyber cheats. With a few bucks, all you have to do is point and click. The Internet offers dozens of online term paper mills with seductive names like cheathouse.com, paperwizards.com, easywrite.com, and termpapersarus.com. For $9 a page, students can download papers on every subject under the sun, from the sexual politics of Walden Pond to folk music and aggressive behavior. Name it, they got it. For $19 a page, they'll write you a brand new essay. Kenny Sarr and Yasha Harari are founders of the delicately named schoolsucks.com.
You're supposed to be the most reviled website in education, correct?
According to some people.
How many hits do you get on a routine day?
We're reaching every day over 250,000 people. Right. That's a conservative estimate. Yeah.
And mainly from American?
80% would be American, 10% Canadian, 10% the rest of the world.
In 6 years, they say 26 million papers have been downloaded worldwide. Here's how cyber cheating works.
Suppose I'm a student and I have a paper due tomorrow on, say, Vietnam. All I have to do is type in Vietnam, go through the choices, Vietnam and the crisis of American empire. Not a bad one. Click on for a free description of the paper. See, 7 pages in length, $10 a page. Looks pretty good. Click on it, and they want to know my credit card information, which I will give them. So I submit my order, and within a couple of hours, my email indicates some goodies are online from a site called Papers R Us. And then I click on it to print, and presto. I've won the paper chase. And guess who provides some of those term papers? Do you hear from teachers?
All the time.
Saying what?
They send us resumes. We're getting about 5 resumes a month from professors and teachers. It's really interesting. When we're criticized by teachers, and on the other hand, they're the ones writing the papers for pay.
The two entrepreneurs claim they are not in it for the money, of course, but they're there to expose the hypocrisy and corruption of higher education.
What do you think your old university professors make of you two?
I hope they're proud that I'm contributing something to education.
Yeah, you have a hard time convincing them that you're contributing something.
I'm contributing more than they are by making them think about what they do.
But the web is like the arms race, a constantly escalating contest of technology. For example, John Barry, frustrated as a graduate student by the amount of cheating going on, he now makes a good living from a system he devised to catch cheaters. It's called Turnitin.com.
The way Turnitin.com works is this. Once an institution licenses our service, instructors create electronic accounts for their classes. The student takes their paper that they've probably written in some word processor, copies the paper, pastes it into the web browser, hits the submit button.
At that moment, Turnitin.com's computers compare that paper to language in books, periodicals, journals, and the Internet. It also searches the language in any and all papers previously submitted to Turnitin.com. When Barry's high-tech mousetrap finds a match, he's got his cheater.
So what that means is that if a student takes a term paper from their friend in the same class, let's say it's a 100-person class, both of them are caught. If a student takes a paper from their brother in the class the year before, they're caught. If a student takes a paper from a high school across town, they're caught. And if you extrapolate that all the way to its logical endpoint, you can see how we become a massive deterrent.
Thousands of schools and universities around the world have signed up, including virtually every university in Great Britain. But surely, for every cyber cop, there's a cheater who will try to beat the system.
The day that the founders of schoolsucks.com and any of the other cheat sites come up with technology that circumvents our system is the day the cows come home, Morley.
What's turned out to be a fairly effective cop is Turnitin.com. What do you make of websites like that?
If you're going to take every paper that's submitted by every student and run it through Turnitin.com, basically what you're saying to your students is we don't trust you. You're asking students to sign that they've done their work honestly, But then you're saying to them, we're going to check it anyway, just to be safe.
And many of the UVA kids agree. Mike Davis says Professor Bloomfield's use of his computer program might have been violating the spirit of the honor code as well.
I'm not saying these students get any kind of break. If they cheated, they did it, and they have to suffer the consequences. But Bloomfield also has to suffer the consequences. He did, in a way, sort of break our trust by scanning the papers through this program without our knowledge.
But Professor Bloomfield says the rules are the rules, and honor is not negotiable.
I'm sure some of them are very disappointed, and probably some of them are angry at me. But the story really isn't me. It's really about these pressures that get students to put the trappings of education, grades and diplomas and things like that, ahead of getting the education. It's important to start showing them very early on when they're kids that you can't do this sort of thing. There is such thing as truth and honesty and honor,